Hello everyone and welcome to the March devlog, where today we'll be having a Hunger Games sort of event with our dear Patreon beta testers. Anyways, here we have Zyke, he's working for us. Then we have Light Even. You might notice that they all have 1000 HP. This is easy. They all have 1000 HP because they all have the same race in order to promote equality of sorts. Then we have Cractorio, that was Soy Kenji right there. Then we have Hyorin Maru, who looks like Veldora, and we have Memories and Memoirs and Soul Calibur here. Memoirs, alright, I said it correctly. Anyways, on the count of 3, 2, 1... go! The timer starts. They have 30 seconds of non-PvP before they can start attacking each other and fighting. There are chests around the area. There are other mobs. We're gonna go into game mode spectator so that we can watch what they do. Fractorio, you can't use ender chest items. Let's see what Zyke is doing. Zyke went underwater. He's trying to go around the place. Memoir seems to have killed a dragon. Oh yeah, that was a tier 3 dragon. You can see that it has paralysis. That's so much damage. That's like 100 damage per hit. Memoirs is OP. Memoirs is using the unique skill Greed, which has an effect of increasing your base damage using your spiritual HP. Now we can see Memoirs in the Dragon Roost, I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyways, next contestant, we have Soul Calibur here. Soul Calibur is fighting with Light Even. We can see different auras being used here. I believe that's Sloth, one other Sin Series skill. They're flying in the air. We can see Soul Calibur here has Fatal Poison, Paralysis, and Drowsiness. Drowsiness is an effect of Sloth, so there's a good chance they might die here. Yep, that was Drowsiness, an OP feature of Sloth, which will just instantly kill people if it comes high enough, I believe, to the effect of level 4 or 5. You can see Light Even here using water manipulation, I believe, along with a whole bunch of different effects to strengthen themselves. Next person we go to is Soy Kenji. Kenji here is one of our most active players. Light is also amongst those. You can see Izzy here jumping into a cavern in search of items. But will they find chests here or will they not find chests here? The answer is no. I didn't go that deep with items. Anyways, Memoirs is up next. They are using Strengthen along with some armor they found around the place. I believe that's a dragon helmet. There is an Orc Lord here with 220 HP. They just got one shot. That is insane. Memoirs is truly one of our most powerful contestants here. We hop to Zyke, who is fighting with Cractorio Gaming. Zyke has a mask and a few items. They have a lot of armor, even though it doesn't show it. It seems that Cractorio went away. They pulled back. Let's hop to them. Cractorio here running around the place. They can see a fireball of sorts being used. I believe that's a dragon fireball from Ice and Fire. Next player, let's go to Hyorin Maru, who's also next to a dragon roost. Hopping on. I should just honestly look at one person. Hyo is fighting Memoirs here, two of our strongest contestants, honestly. One has Traveler, which we have seen in the last devlog. It uses Stardust arrows, which are very powerful, as well as Dark Fire, like the fireballs. And Memoirs, on the other hand, has a few extra skills, a few common skills, but most notably the unique skill Greed, which, as I've said, is good for dealing massive amounts of damage. And Memoirs, Murders. Yo, let's hop to Kractorio Gaming, let's see what they're doing. Seem to be fighting random mobs here. I believe that's a netherite sword of sorts. They're on 300 HP. I believe they've been severanced, which means that their health has been reduced, which is probably why they aren't regenning. You can see Light Even here, who is using twin swords, fighting with Kractorio Gaming. Kractorio is trying to run, but I don't think it's going to help them against Light Even. They flew in the air like 50 blocks. We can see Demon Lord Haki, and I believe that's Drowsiness being used, so the unique skill Sloth. And Drowsiness ultimately wins, and Light Even is the winner of this duel. Soikenji here has a unique tactic of sorts. See, what they're trying to do is Soikenji is trying to get as big of an army as possible. We can see here many orcs, slimes, and night spiders being named so that Soikenji could expand their armies. Hopping to Zyke. Zyke is back at the spawn. They're trying to asking why they haven't found any chests, but chests are hidden. Oh my god, we see here Zyke and Light Even right behind them. That's Sloth once again. One of our newer additions to the beta test. Soikenji was slain by Memoirs. That's Greed being used again. Zyke and Light Even here. They should be about even when it comes to power, but you can see Drowsiness on Zyke raising slowly. That's Drowsiness 2 already. Light Even has their armor broken. No, never mind. They just say that their armor is too strong. Zyke is on 600 HP and Light is on like 900. That's not really even close, and Drowsiness wins once again. We have Memoirs here. Memoirs is using the unique skill Greed. Light Even here is fighting against some random orcs. Alright, so in order to quicken this game a bit, I'm going to, in 3 minutes, teleport all of them to the central arena so that they can fight it out in a free-for-all. So let's set a 3-minute timer, and in 3 minutes, they will all be teleported to fight in a free-for-all. Memoirs is jumping around. They are near the spawn. Yes, Memoirs, but that's only if you win. First one we're gonna go look at is Kractorio Gaming. Izzy is just sitting on a wall here. Light Even is near some structured buildings. They are teleporting around. Seems that Light Even and Memoirs, the users of Greed and Sloth, are going to go duke it out in a 1v1 in center. You can see a Night Spider here destroying some Leech Lizards. That's fun, I guess. Izzy is hiding behind some buildings. I believe one of our other contestants was also here a few minutes ago. That is a very nice sword you have there. Oh yeah, we can see Light and Memoirs here duking it out. Sloth is being used on Memoirs, but Memoirs is also dealing... Oh, it seems like Memoirs isn't doing that much damage anyways. Light even has a solid strategy, and Light even kills Memoirs easily. It seems that Sloth really is one of the strongest unique skills out there. And now, since I don't want to prolong this tournament much further, I'm going to make a nice little... Alright, give it a second. So, for the last two contestants... Alright, so I'll heal both of you. Alright, so you can start duking it out in 3, 2, 1, go! So the last 1v1 starts here. These are the survivors. I believe Izzy here has Oppressor. I believe that was Believe, which I will show later on. But the problem with Believe is that it has a 10-second cooldown. Light even is not using Sloth in this case. They've decided to not go for it, due to it seemingly being a bit OP. That does appear to be corrosion of sorts. That is Believe once again. 10 blocks into the air, deals some damage. I would personally use a press instead of Believe, but, well, it seems like Light Even has had enough. Anyways, Light Even is our winner of the tournament, and I will now go on to show the next two unique skills. Hello everyone, and welcome to another Tensura showcase. Today, I'll be showing off the unique skill Greed. Now, Greed is a Sin series skill, and as such has some very powerful modes, the first of which being Spiritual Domination. Now, when held down and looking at a mob, it will put it under control after a certain amount of time passes. This is 60 seconds, but this is only a base value that can be changed. Alright, so I skipped to this part because 60 seconds is a long time, and now, once this is done, this mob, or in this case the target dummy, will become my subordinate. Now, in multiplayer this will have a different way of working, where it will be counted by your desire value, which a player with Greed would be able to see above your head and above other players' head. Now, the second mode is called Greed Flare. And what Greed Flare does is it has two different effects, I guess. So the first one is available when looking at nothing. It puts a buff on your weapon. See, this is without Greed Flare. I deal a good like 57 damage with a hit. But if I turn on Greed Flare, my damage immediately spikes to 300, 400 per hit, which is insane. And the second mode is used when looking at a mob. See, this warden is annoying me, spinning around here like an idiot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Greed Flare it, and based on your spiritual HP, it will deal a certain amount of damage. See, for now it deals like 100 something damage per hit. You can see that by going to the target dummy. It deals 130 damage. But if I were to change my race, right, to let's say a Divine Elf, my damage would spike to thousands. And to show how truly powerful this skill is, I'm going to one-shot this massive fucking dragon. See? 500 damage. 200 armor, and it falls in like a second. Like boom, like that. The third one, the third effect is called Death Wish. And what Death Wish does is when looked when looking at a mob or a player for 200 ticks or 10 seconds, it instantly kills them. Doesn't matter how much HP you have, doesn't matter if you are God yourself, you will die. Let's look at that again. It deals the perfect amount of damage that you would need to kill something. Anyways, that is everything. I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Hello everyone, and welcome to another Patreon showcase. Today, I'll be showing off the unique skill Sloth, which is a part of the Sin series skills. Now, Sloth, as a Sin series skill, has 4 different modes and 2 arts. The first one I'm going to show is called Deep Hypno. And what Deep Hypno does is that it adds a level of drowsiness every 10 seconds, which you can see here. Now, drowsiness gives you slowness, so it reduces your movement speed by 25% with each level until it reaches, I believe, level 5, where it kills the target instantly. Now, the second mode is called Fallen Hypno, which is Deep Hypno but with an AoE radius of 10x10 or 20x20 if mastered. But to counteract that, it has double the casting time. I'm going to showcase its effects on this Orc Lord and its soldiers. As I started using it, you will notice that all of the orcs gain drowsiness. The drowsiness increases as I hold down the button, and it increases for all of them at the same time. See, now currently they're on level 3, and soon enough they'll go to level 4. And then they just instantly die. No fighting it. You can increase the time it takes for you to earn drowsiness levels by having spiritual resistance or nullification. The third effect is called Deprive, which drains mana points and deals spiritual damage every second while looking at a mob. At the same time, if the target is below 50% of their spiritual HP, they become your tamed mob / subordinates. Now, the fourth mode is called Rest, and what Rest does is, while it makes you immobile, it also makes you unable to attack or activate other abilities, but at the same time it allows you to heal HP and SHP rapidly while also increasing your mana point and aura point region by 10 times. At the same time, if your mana points are at a maximum, it fills up a temporary mana point storage at the same rate. If there's enough mana points in this temporary storage, it will allow you to restore 1000 mana points, aura points, HP, and spiritual HP to all allies within a 30x30 radius. Now, the next mode is called Phantasmal Strike, which when activated applies an effect to all of your attacks, which deals 10 base plus 1% of the target's max SHP with mastery. Now, the next mode is called Fallen Strike, and what it does is that it deals 500 damage straight up without looking at resistances or nullifications. So regardless of whether you have spiritual attack resistance or nullification, it will always do 500 flat damage with a 10-second cooldown. Anyways, that was all. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.